back to the channel. What's the deal, man? It's your boy Big Take, back in the building once again. Guess what, though? I decided to do something a little different this time. Your boy done went live, man. I'm live right now on YouTube. Next episode. And today we talking about the diddler. Will P Diddy walk? That's the question. Will he walk? And I ain't gonna lie, man. It's looking pretty good for Diddy, man. I mean, if I want to be completely, just here, like from a news perspective, it's looking pretty good for Diddy. I ain't gonna perk. They done dropped a couple charges. You know what I'm saying? Now the jury deliberating. That's over with. It's over with. We just waiting to see what the jury come back with. I just wanted to come here today and touch a little bit of bases, man, and try something new and do a little something different and do this live. So if it's any little hiccups throughout the throughout this recording, it's because it's live and it's something different. I'm doing something different. Anyway, will P Diddy walk though? That's the question. Will this dude walk? Is this guy about to walk? See, we seen all the we done went through this trial, you know what I mean? Everybody done seen everything. But this is the thing. This is what I think. I think, hold on. That's too many thoughts or whatever. But I don't think this is what we thought it was. You know what I'm saying? As a collective. I think as a collective, everybody thought this was about to be different. When they first presented this, when they first raided the houses and they had all this stuff on Diddy, everybody thought this was different. We thought this was about to be some super freaky deaky, you know what I mean, Jeffrey Epstein type shit. But I don't think it turned out to be that way. I feel like we heard all the testimony, we heard all the smoke, we got all the freaky tales. We seen the sucker attacks. We heard about the arson. We heard about all of this stuff, man. Sorry for that background noise. Like I said, I'm live right now. So, but anyway, we done seen all this stuff. But is this stuff Rico level? You know what I mean? That's the question. Damn, man, I don't know. Is this Rico level though? Is this a Rico? Is this a strong enough case to present for anything? Okay, so they dropped a couple of the charges. A couple of the charges gone. So what about the remaining charges? Is it enough to say that this man was conspiring and sex trafficking and all this other stuff? Now, it's a couple things that's probably gonna stick, right? There's a couple things that's probably gonna stick with this, and that's one of them is the prostitution. Doing the prostitution thing, that's probably gonna stick. You know what I mean? That's probably gonna be like hard to get away from that. But some of the other things, like, I don't know if they convinced the jury that his staff was like working with him to like do all these things, like, cause it's one thing to you gotta imagine every celebrity got a staff, right? So all these celebrities got all these different staff members. Now these staff members doing all kinds of stuff, booking massages, renting cars, booking hotels, you know what I'm saying, booking flights. They doing all these different things, booking reservations for dinner. You know what I mean? The person might tell them I need dinner for 3, dinner for 2, dinner for 5. They don't know if those are prostitutes or whatever that's coming to dinner. They don't know if they about to have a freak off in this hotel or if they just about to go to sleep. So, you know what I mean? I don't know how you can really tie in the assistants and all those people. So, that's where the conspiracy. I think that's, but they can show the money, the control that he had with the money. You know what I mean? So I guess that can be a form of conspiracy or something. But this criminal organization, this, I guess that's where the money, the funding, he had unlimited funds to fund this criminal organization. So he could pay for the prostitutes and the hotels and the drugs and the luxury cars and the shopping sprees or whatever. You know what I mean? And then he used that as manipulation and control. He used his power, like, oh yeah, you better do this or you ain't getting, I ain't putting your album out, type stuff, I guess. But we seen all that. We seen all that. And I'm not necessarily sure that that's what's going to put the nail in the coffin on the Diddy, on Diddy like that. I don't know if that's going to put the nail in the coffin because at the end of the day, the way they presented it, I feel like I almost feel like the prosecution and the defense both kind of presented it like these were relationships, personal relationships, and they hired some entertainment, which then led to extracurricular activities or whatever. So I don't know how you can. I mean, I don't know how you can. I mean, I'll try to put myself in. So let's say me and my wife decide for our anniversary we gonna call in us a stripper. It's gonna be a female stripper. Just take note to that. I don't know what's up with all this only male strippers that Diddy had going on. I don't know what's up with that. That was some weird shit. Anyway, let's say we call a stripper a woman, a woman stripper to the hotel. And then afterwards we decide that mutually we decide that we are attracted to each other and we decide to take it further. I don't know if that's sex trafficking then if I decide to tip her a little more than she was supposed to get tipped because we just did a little more than we were supposed to do. Just like any other scenario. I don't know. I mean, but when it's all, it's a tricky situation. And that's why I presented the topic like this. Will Diddy walk? Because they got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that what he did was racketeering, conspiracy, and a criminal organization, whatever Rico mean, all that. And they done already dropped a couple key charges. Shit like arson. Now I don't know why they would drop arson if Kid Cudi came and testified and it was all, it's written in stone. That happened. I don't know why they would come back and drop those charges. And I feel like it's because maybe, guess what? Maybe Diddy already came up with a motherfucking, already took a deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe Diddy already done took a deal, right? So they say we gonna dump these charges, pop you with this, and you only gonna get like 5 to 7 years, 10 years tops, and some of that's gonna be time served, and the rest of it gonna be probation. or some crazy ass deal like Young Thug just got. Where it's like 25 years on probation. You sentenced to 25 years, but that's all served on probation. You out right now. Type shit. I don't know. Because because the way they trying to present it is like this is they saying it's sex trafficking, but then they saying the way they present it is like it's relationship shit, like personal relationship shit. When they say sex trafficking, I thought it was gonna be a busload of them hoes. I thought it was gonna be asses everywhere and a buffet up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't. That wasn't the case. It was more let alone some cuckold, freaky, deaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That just don't sound like. It just don't seem like sex trafficking to me. It just don't seem like Rico to me when we heard what we heard. Cause when they say Rico sex trafficking, they got all this and they that, and they raided his houses here and there and did all this, got all this surveillance, and boom, 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 and then all it is really Diddy like to watch niggas bust down his chick. That shit crazy, bro. I don't know. I don't think that's 25 years. You just paid a nigga to bust down your chick. You probably can't come back to the block. Don't bring that freaky shit over here. But I don't know if you gotta go to jail for 20. I don't know if you gotta do the 20 for that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if you gotta do the 20 for that. And the reason I say is more on some relationship shit because they keep and they tried to spin that how she was one of the girls, Daphne Joy, 50 Cent baby mama was Jane, whatever they want to call her. Everybody know who she was jealous of Young Miami and the way Diddy was treating Young Miami as opposed to the way he was treating her. See, because like Diddy was just treating her like a thought, like you just one of them, you know what I'm saying? And he was treating Young Miami like wifey, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she ain't like that, and they proved that, like yeah. So you wanted to be one way, and that's why you kept coming back because you wanted it to be this way, but it wasn't that way from his perspective. You was just a toy to him, you know what I'm saying? But then they saying like, yeah, he made it that way. He started to control the narrative, the situation, or whatever. All I'm saying is the jury is deliberating right now. And I just want to know what y'all think, bro. Did he walk? Did he get away with it? Look at motherfucker. Did he walk? Like, hey, that shit crazy. Anyway, this been another one. Thank you. I was live. I'm live right now. I'm gonna be up on this. There's a whole lot of shit going on. You see what Trump doing and what's going on in Iran. You know I'm about to be talking about that. It's all kinds of shit going on in this world right now. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned and tapped in with your boy and you don't miss a beat. Because I'm going to be here. Until next time, peace out, y'all.